just gone back a bit in regards to that. And the Falco Ditto just feels like a big RPS. It
Yeah, it
feels
is.
it
Um,
feels like a lot of guesswork, and if you hit your punishers, you win, and if you don't, you lose.
yeah, I mean, I will say with the moth stuff, it feels like how you regressed. Sometimes what happens is you work out to beat something and then you move on to something else, and then your mindset's just like focused on being that thing, and then the thing you worked out to beat before is just kind of like the opposite. So then you just start losing to it again, right?
Yeah,
Um, so say, um, like I think last time we talked about like the wake up situations versus Fox, right? And how like sometimes you just have to like not roll in and stuff like that, or like jump at him. Um, and it could be that like you're playing those situations well versus Fox, but then the way you're playing it isn't good versus Moth, for example. Um, obviously we don't have any footage to look at, but that's just my like guess is that maybe you're like getting the two matchups confused a bit, and then it's going wrong in one but well in the other. Um, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
that does make sense. Yeah,
Okay. And then yeah, for Falconeros, I will say there's a lot of like jank situations that happen. Um, and like you said with Punish Game, like a lot of the time you don't even have to be good at like neutral per se to do well in Falconeros. It's just about like winning those like scrappy situations and hitting them harder than they hit you. Um, so it does seem kind of like silly to look at, but I think it is worth looking at how the better players sort of win those scraps like more often and how they like maximize their damage off of like weird openings. Um, because I've actually had it where like I've tried to be quite like flowchart with my punishers and all that, and then I play against a Falco and they just like I don't know forward throw F smash me and I die, and I'm just like, well, maybe their way is better where they just like make a hard read, and if it pays off then it kills Falco.
yeah,
Because especially when you try to go for a more like consistent punish game, it's not like Falcon or Sheik where you get a grab and it's always like the same setup. Like in the Falco Ditto, it's something like they laser you and then you shine them out of their approach and then they DI'd weird, and it's like very very hard to get like a consistent like flowchart from that. So I think you have to kind of improvise more in the Falco Ditto, and that's why players like Mango do really well in it. And a lot of the time, I feel like you see people that generally do better in matchups like that, like say Ginger, do a bit worse. Um, so yeah, that's just my
yeah.
thoughts on that sort of like the randomness you were describing. Um,
Yeah, I think I used to be better at when I was a bit less flowchart, like you say. I think when I used to not think about specific punishes that I wanted to do, or like
yeah,
combo routes I wanted to do, I felt like I'd done a bit better
yeah,
in it. And now, since I've been focusing on my punish game a lot on Fox, and I've been trying to get that more consistent, like I feel like my combo game on Fox has improved, but my one in Falco has like again regressed a bit.
yeah. I will say also that they're slightly different weights. So although it seems negligible, like practicing combo game on both of them because it's like slightly different how you have to move and like where they're sent from attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, especially edge guarding as well is a lot different. Well, I think it's a lot different on Falco. Um, yeah, and then I feel like you also can end up getting reversaled a lot versus Falco as well, um,
Mm.
rather than versus Fox. And then yeah, just because a lot of the time, like in neutral as well, versus Falco, you can get quite overwhelmed, just with lasers and like how sluggish Falco is to move around like his own like options. So again, once you get the punish, you're sometimes like not ready for it, and then that's when you get the biggest punishes from like being good at improvising rather than like having it all like flow charted out.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
I do seem to get reversals quite a lot in the matchup, I would say. Like I'll do when when you're like sort of at I don't know, like a full dash aerial length away, and both people are like trying to get lasers out.
Yeah.
Feels like if you don't do a rising aerial, they can hit you or laser you again, and if you do a like, and if it hits, you're not even in a good situation. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do I explain this?
No, I think I get what you're saying. It just
Yeah,
feels like you can't do much in that spot.
yeah, it
Um,
feels like if I like you were saying before, if I laser approaching laser, sometimes you just get shined like before the laser even
yeah.
comes out, or their Ryzen aerial then beats that, and it's just like a weird game of rock paper scissors where it's like the last person to
Act.
act almost just kind
Yeah.
of default wins.
Um, yeah, a lot of the time, especially at that range, it's quite weird. And it gets even weirder because there's so many little variations of like slight frame advantage and disadvantage because of the lasers. Because usually it's a situation where like you both traded lasers, and then one of you's at a slight advantage because the laser hit you like first or whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's quite hard to sort of flowchart it because of that like sort of randomness. Um, let's see. So I think one good thing to start with, I think I mentioned this to Fermentari in his lesson, is like there's a range where two lasers in place from Falco is like unsafe. Like you can hit them between it. I might have an image of it actually, but so that's important to know because you can kind of start to categorize it as are you in this range or are you not in this range, and then that determines like how aggressive or like defensive you want to play the situation.
I'm assuming it's closer.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Got that. Falco dealing with, is it this one? So I have a lot of like docs and stuff on Falco. Okay, yeah. I can share this. But yeah, it's a lot closer than like other characters because you know Falco's slower. I'll post it in lesson discussion. If I remember right, the first one is yes, the first one is the range at which you can do like dash jump nair, dash jump shine, forward smash, dash tag, like all that stuff. And then the second one is the range you can't hit them.
They're quite close. Well, I
yeah.
guess they're quite close to each other.
Yeah, and that's two lasers like
Fast as you can.
I think it's two beak height lasers actually, because beak heights are usually the best height in the matchup to go for because they hit Falco both on the ground. It's like the Falcon thing where it hits them both on the ground and jumping.
Yeah.
But there are times when you do want to get one out as soon as possible. But yeah, so learning these two ranges is good first of all, because then if you're at the second range, then that's when if the other person has or whoever has laser control has a way bigger advantage than they do at the other range. Because like they can just keep shooting in place here and you can't hit them for it like directly. You have to like move and then threaten to hit them. So then, yeah, what you're saying about the person that acts last. So what did you say was happening to you? Usually getting like shined, when you try to approach.
Or Baird or Ryzen Dead, I'd say.
Okay.
So I think if on the second image I would be the Red Falco.
Yeah.
If I hit them with a laser, I would sort of approach, and then that's where I would lose that situation.
When you said Rising Dare as well, was that them doing it in place?
Yeah, in place or retreat. Yeah, mostly in place. I don't
Okay.
really see many people do it retreating, but I have lost to the retreating one before as well.
Yeah, so the quick fix there, I'd say, is just to mix up your timing more after the laser. So you want to do like laser and then dash dance approach. If he's doing like up tilt or aerial in place between lasers, because that's just a read on their part of you moving in think of it like like Moth when he shields a laser and then he fares or nares. It's kind of like that, but with Falco. Lasering in place again is also can be good. Like if they do an aerial, because then you hit them out of the air and then you're in like a okay spot. But if they're doing the up tilt, the hardest punish you can do is just to like laser and then dash dance and like late downer or laser them. So I think I think what's happening is just you're playing a bit too predictable timing like after your lasers, which then lets them like reversal you pretty easily.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And then the other thing you can do is like mixing up the how many lasers you shoot before going in as well, because a lot of people are really good at acting like after the first or second laser, but then once it gets to like the third, fourth, fifth, they sort of like lose their rhythm, if that makes sense. And it also gives you an opportunity for like if they do try to jump or if they do move back, then you can like see that as you're lasering and like take space or pressure their landing. But I think if we watch, I'm trying to think what a good set to watch would be. Would you be down to watch one of my sets actually?
Yeah.
I think when I played Modest Major, I did some pretty good pretty relevant stuff to what we're talking about. Or maybe Vestino. I'm not sure which.
I think Modest be better.
Have you played against Modest?
No, I've played against Tino though.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if you've played against them, then it'll be like easier to.
I think the stuff I struggle dealing with is more the Tino stuff, but I think Modest would give me more problems anyway. Like the things I'm describing, I think are Tino sort of stuff.
We can probably watch both and it'll be fine. And there's like loads of sets from like 5 years ago as well. But the one at Cannon.
What was the last one? Like Nang or something?
I played him at Nang and we went game 5, and then this one at Cannon Fodder I 3-0'd him. So, and I had like way more of a game plan going into the Cannon Fodder one. Because funnily enough, I was like preparing for Tino at Nang, so I 3-0'd him at that one. But then I played Modest and it was close because I wasn't ready, and then I sort of like had to adjust my game plan for next week.
Yeah, they've got very, very different play styles.
Yeah. Also, I think Modest is a bit. It's weird because Modest, like how he deals with lasers is very like it's the same as back in 2014 when I used to play him. Whereas Tino does a lot more of the new school like turnaround up tilts, stuff like that.
Okay, what was Modest doing? Just full hopping out of him or something?
He did a few jumps and he does lots of like shield wave dash back, which I think is like pretty bad for dealing. Well, I think it'd be good if
laser and just beat him for doing that.
Yeah, you can just sort of laser and kind of destroy him. But it is good if they try to like, if the what's it called, the Falcon that's lasering does like laser aerial, then doing stuff like wave dash back can be really good. But can you see the screen, by the way?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Full screen. There we go. I take it you're red.
Yeah, I'm red. You see how he's doing like a lot of shield and then wave dash back, so I just kind of take space. So anytime Falco like moves backwards between lasers, a lot of the time you can just move forward for free.
Yeah, I kind of intuitively thought that.
Yeah.
It like, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so this is like one of the scrappy openings we've talked about, right? Where like I get a shield drop shine, but I can't like, you can't really flowchart combo off of this because I double jumped out and he DI'd away. So maximizing your value off of like situations like this is important. So for example, here, his main options are either he can fall to ledge or he can double jump, right? So like having a plan for how you'd cover each of those. If he's falling to ledge, I'd maybe try and fall and then run off down it, but it might not be in time. So then I'd be ready to like play a ledge situation. Or if I think he'll jump, then I could like go up there and hit him out of his jump, or I could dash dance down here and try and like hit him landing. Yeah, so with this one, I think I tried to.
Do you land and then double jump? There, I'll shield drop there.
Yeah, I thought he would like fall down this way with like lasers or something, but then he aerialed. But yeah, but you see how like I get a weird shine anyway. So this is an important one as well. Like a lot of the time, if you jump into Falco doing any aerial, you can just shine him after it, especially with down air. But it also happens with like he does nair at this percent, and yeah, you just get like a free shine. So jumping at Falco when he's like above you is actually really good when you're at low percent.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is like I know that that's going to happen, so then I'm like more ready to follow up off of this like what would be classed as a weird shine usually. Like I'm ready to just like fast fall and then run off down air. Yeah, is it this sort of thing that happens? I'm guessing. Like if you were blue Falco.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah. So as blue Falco, I just do dash dance. You can do dash dance aerial, or you can do high approaching down air, but that's really risky if they like hold shield or take laser dash back. So yeah, my go-to would be to dash dance aerial. Oh yeah, full hopping in spots like this is really good as well. Like when you're in the corner. So like you see how he drifted away with his back air and then I full hop out.
I don't think I do that.
Yeah, just because like it's good versus pretty much every character. It just forces the other Falco to go up there and read you. Because otherwise I get to do this right where I just double jump and then I'm above him. And then yeah, once he starts like preemptively jumping to cover that, that's when you can start like just waiting for him to do that and then run under him, like roll past him or wave dash out of shield. Jump after him, like after he jumps. But yeah, it's just a good thing to throw in when you're in the corner. Kind of lucky though. How do you feel about edge guarding Falco, by the way?
Sometimes it can be hard covering side B.
Yeah.
I feel like if I have a read on it, I'm not too bad at hitting like the double jump dares, but sometimes against better players I find that they wiggle out of hit stun way faster than other people, and they'll side B and clip me. Like if they've got a read on me trying to dare their side B.
Yeah.
I don't think up B is too bad to deal with, because most of the time I feel Falcos either do like a jump back up B or they're doing it after being hit out of their double jump understage. In that case, it's fine.
Yeah. I will say the test I always like do this other Falcos is like whenever I hit them off, I just I see whether they know to do like double jump side B sweet spot. Because if they can't do that, then a lot of the time you can just shoot lasers to like hit their double jump, and then they're just dead, right? Because it hits them, and then they have to up B, and then you usually kill them from there. But But if they can do like double jump side B, or if they know to do double jump side B to ledge, that's when it gets a lot more like complicated, because you have to start doing like run off double jump dare or grabbing ledge, and also if they know to do shine stalls as well, it can get a bit trickier. But again, if you are playing a Falco, I would definitely like Ginger calls it like the execution test laser. But it's more of a knowledge test versus a lot of Falcos because they're just like unaware of what's happening. But that's like a good baseline edge guard to go for whenever you hit someone off stage, is just try and laser their jump. And if you see them start doing like side B to ledge stuff, then you know you have to be a bit more like read heavy with your edge guards. But yeah, you said dealing with the side B. You said you were struggling with versus better players. Is that the one where they do it at like platform height, or is it just in general?
They'll do it onto stage. I feel like they like mix up going to ledge and going to stage. And they just do it a lot faster. Then I think what I'm ready for. It might also be that I'm late to the situation. Like if I was to say nair someone off at 50 or 60, sometimes I can just run off double jump there and it will just cover that instant side B.
Yeah.
But better players seem to wiggle out faster or notice that I'm not in time to do it, and then I just get clipped.
Yeah. So sometimes it depends on the position you hit them, like from stage as well, because sometimes you don't have time to get there to run off double jump. So sometimes you have to do like look for down smash or back air or down air to try and hit them. And it's just like a judgment call, really. What helps for me as well is anytime I hit someone off stage, I always do like a wave dash towards where they're getting hit to, just because that gives me like it moves me towards the edge really quickly, and it also gives me time to like see what they're doing. And if it looks like they're gonna side B, then I've got like more time to figure out like what do I have time to do to cover it. I'll probably do in this VOD at some point. But yeah, it was just whether you wanted me to go over some of the edge cards I'm doing.
Yeah, if I see one I don't understand.
Yeah.
Or that I wouldn't do myself, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I understand edge guards, but then I don't really put them into play.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, this is another good one you can do. This is another like kind of weird part of the mix-up. So like a lot of Falcos try to laser nair you to hit you out of like your own laser or like a jump. So then you can just like CC or like hold down shine them sometimes.
Yeah.
And especially at 0, like if they do down air, then you can shine them as well, like high down air. So the only thing this really struggles versus is like late down air or like late aerial.
Do you know what percent that stops working at with dare? Like what percent would you stop going for the CC if you thought they were gonna like dare you?
Probably around like 15, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, just I think this is good as well because at certain spacings as well, you hold down and then the laser, like you can shine them lasering as well. So this could be what's happening to you actually, Zimned, as well, as they're trying to like CC shine, and then you laser into them and they just shine you anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, so versus that, and it's the same versus shield. You just want to do like more late aerials, or again, you can just shoot in place more and like force them to do something else. Because yeah, I wouldn't rely on this as like your whole game plan in the matchup, but a lot of the time you can just keep lasering people until they either flub or put themselves into like a really awkward position for them. And it is like kind of gimmicky, but at the same time, you should force your opponent to like pass the test, of like being able to deal with it. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Yes, you see this time when I tried to laser out shield, I was a bit further away.
Yeah.
So this is the sort of range where like lasering out shield can be okay. He like double jumped away, which is kind of weird, so it threw me off. But yeah, so this one I like knew he was going to side B, so I tried to like full hop bear it, and then even if I don't get it, I can still like shine him.
Had he done that previously, or was it just a read?
It's just a read. It's a pretty common like Falco thing to do double jump side B, like around the platform height, just because it's pretty hard to deal with, especially if they get the edge cancel. But he did his too high. And also a lot of people don't like falling low from the back throw as well, because they don't want to get like back throw forward smashed or something stupid like that. But yeah, and especially at low percent, Falcos love to do double jump side B as well, because like even if they get back ed for it, they're not dead, right? Because they get a chance to up B or side B again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is another thing. Sometimes you don't have time to cover, or like you're just not set up to cover the side B very well. So what it can be worth doing is just giving up trying to hit them out of it and just shine them afterward instead, like when they land on the ground or whatever. Because you still get a pretty big combo off of it usually. It's just, you're not like outright killing them potentially. Like I'm guessing I get... Okay, I messed up my combo, but I got like, a decent opening from it that could have very easily been a kill.
I find that pretty hard to hit it as well.
Yeah, I should have done dash dance aerial. Like dash dance weak now would be my go-to there. Defense versus up throw is pretty important as well. So you see how I do like smash DI the lasers to the platform?
So do you know DI and then...
Yeah, and then I'm... well, on this one I think I was DIing... I'm always trying to DI like to a platform basically, whatever the closest one is. And then try to get my shield up so I can, like shield drop aerial them.
That's that laser that catches the double jump. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you see how like if he knew to fall lower and get to ledge, then like I have to play this differently. I would maybe have to like keep running and then like run cancel down smash or something, or run off shine. But if he doesn't, then yeah, this should just be like a free kill. But I kind of flubbed.
Again.
Yeah, and again this one as well. Again, the defense versus this on your side would just be to shine stall or delay your jump, and then like jump around the lasers. You always want to be like looking at your opponent and thinking about like when they're going to shoot their laser and when you have to sort of jump to avoid it. Sometimes if you're falling down and they do like the lasers where they hit you falling down as well, like just taking them and then jumping can be good as well. But it's quite like case by case.
I never do that laser to side plat either. That seems good for from ledge.
Yeah, it is really good. They have to be like on the platform to cover it as Falco and like throw out back airs here. But then they're vulnerable to like if you do high double jump lasers and don't land there, or if you ledge dash. Yeah, so you see how I laser at a good range and then it hits him out of his now. Like right here.
Yeah.
And then I get control back, right? Yeah, so it's a lot of it's about like knowing the spacings where he can and cannot like hit you for lasering. I think, did we talk about that a bit versus Fox?
Oh, safe laser ranges.
Yeah, like where he can and can't hit you for lasering.
I don't think so.
Okay. It just comes up a lot versus Fox as well, where like there's ranges where he can like up smash you or running shine or nair you for trying to put out a laser, and then there's ranges where he can't do that and he gets shot by your laser if he tries to do it. And again, just like knowing those spacings is really important. Yeah, he's done a lot of shield wave dash back stuff. Like you just see how I'm just kind of taking his space for it.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem good at all.
Yeah, and then see I do the laser as well because he doesn't side B properly, and it's just like a free kill, right?
Yeah. F throw laser.
Yeah. Um, oh yeah, jumping around a lot and going to platforms between stocks is really strong as well. Like if Falco hits me with this bear, it doesn't really matter, right? Because I'm at 0. So unless you're at like super high percent, I think going to platforms and like full hopping around and stuff. Like even I don't know if you've seen people do it where they like double jump and then up B and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It looks kind of gimmicky, but it is like actually really good. Just because Falco's so slow, so it's not like Fox where he just jumps at you and hits you. Oh yeah, rolling out of like pressure scenarios as well is really good. So like here, like to beat this roll, he has to kind of hard read it and like jump at where I'm gonna roll to.
Yeah, I'll just like keep running for ages.
Yeah. And then I actually lose the situation after, but it's an important one to talk about. So like I just rolled away, but he's got like frame advantage.
Yeah, you nair it, right?
Yeah, so I nair him because the nair I do beats if he tries approaching laser at me, which is like quite a common option here. But my nair would lose if he did like his own. Oh, and it also beats if they try to do like late aerial. But if they do like an early approaching aerial, or if they do this laser that Modest does, then you end up losing. But that nair's like good to throw out because then it forces them to be either more defensive with like the lasers, or they have to start throwing out like approaching early aerials into the corner, which is like, you know, you can shun up shield it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's been a bit weird. I think one of the other ones might have some more of the like scrappy follow-ups in. Yeah, going to platforms to like avoid the laser war as well is good, like here. I just don't even fuck with it. And then the wave dash off I do is just, it's like a call out on a approaching laser or aerial timing. And then even if I guess wrong, like you see how I can just jump out. And it's like really hard for him to deal with, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, jumping out of lasers that hit you in the air is super important as well. Yeah, the scrub killer laser.
Yeah, you hit with it like 3 times, I think. I think 3 of my stocks you got kills from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a bit of nuance with like the height you shoot with it. I just base it on like where I see them land, and then if they fly off stage and they're quite high up, then I shoot higher, and if they're lower down, then I shoot lower, right? Because you want to try and cover like the highest point of their jump, because that's where they like stay the longest, so it's easier to hit them. I think my one was maybe slightly too low, but I'm trying to think. One of these games I like beat him a lot harder than the other, so it might be worth watching. 2 Stark. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, and then we can watch a bit of the Tino one as well, because like I said, he does more of the like new school stuff at like those closer ranges. But yeah, you see how he's like not getting much off of his like hits he gets as well. Like he gets this and then nothing happens, and then he gets this grab and nothing happens. So even if he's winning neutral, it like doesn't really matter that much.
Is that good defensive play from you, or is it bad combo options from him?
It's both. Yeah, it's both. So like, for example, this shouldn't have been like down air, right? There's no point.
Yeah.
Back throw is kind of a lazy option, and he's going for rising down air at 30, which doesn't combo with this drift. And
then he hits you with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, learning how to deal with like Falco on ledge as well is like, I like getting to the platform just because most Falcos kind of suck at dealing with the other Falco being on the platform, because then I can do like these drop through late back airs that are super hard for him to deal with. You can also do stuff like run up to him and then shield, and then if he double lasers, you can Shan out shield. And if he aerials, then you can like aerial out shield. But the platforms are nice, like, I don't know exactly what he's going to do, so I can just play whatever situation comes up, like, pretty well.
Yeah.
Because again, if he like side V's on stage, you can hit him. If he tries to do like the high double lasers as well, you can like just short hop off and hit him as well. So it's just like a good baseline position to be in, I think. Yeah, you see him on the platforms again between stocks as well.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to
deal with.
cover it. Yeah.
Yeah. Full hop out the corner again. I messed up some movement. But you see how I like, so I get the full hop and then I just dare grab. And like, I know he's gonna side B. And it's not like I can cover this really. I'd have to like double jump up here and then down air, which gives up every other option. So sometimes it is just worth letting him, like covering other stuff, letting him get this side B. And then I get, what? I got 40 off of that into a corner pressure situation that I just messed up some movement on. But like, yeah, sometimes it's not worth just like hard reading it, and instead just covering it with like on reaction with shine instead. Yes, you see there, he tries to read my full hop and I don't do it. So then he's up here, and I just get out for free, right?
Yeah, that, and then again the wave dash back situation just doesn't.
Yeah. And you see, I'm lasering in place, and he has to like short hop, double jump down air out of shield, and like this could have very easily been a kill for me, right? If I was,
yeah, if you're just reading
positioning, yeah, if I positioned a bit better because I was kind of underneath him. But yeah, it's just like hard to deal with. Like, there's a reason everybody complains about lasering in the Ditto, right? So you gotta sort of, abuse that. Some weird stadium jank. I'm willing to fight this just because I'm at 170, so like, it's just free damage for me, right?
Yeah, you just get like 70 off it for
yeah.
free, basically.
Fucking stadium. Yeah, doing this is really good as well. Like, if you think they're playing quite aggressive with aerials, like doing the backflip back airs, and just like spacing around his aerial range. Yeah, I was reading too many levels here. I should have just shot another scrub killer laser. But I thought you'd do some smart like shine stall and then double jump to ledge or something like that. But he's just doing bad side Bs. Yeah. Yeah, so you see how I'm like never putting myself in that range as well? You know, the one where like the two lasers is hard for me to deal with?
The first range, yeah.
Yeah, so you see how I'm dashing back to get outside of that range and create space? That's what I've mainly been doing in this one, because he hasn't been doing much else other than like approaching lasers and stuff, and approaching aerials. And then, yeah, the times where I do fight and try to get my own laser out, I'm quite far away, like here. And then, yeah, lots of double jump away and stuff as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's like edge guarded you once. He might have edge guarded you once.
He got me there, but that was only because I messed up, right? Like, I could have sweet spotted around this.
Yeah.
Going to ledge is really good as well, like double jumping to ledge. If you execute it properly, it forces them to do stuff like run off shine or run off double jump down air or grabbing the ledge themselves, which all like force him to commit to a read, right? Which is good for you, because then you can start throwing in the other stuff like high up Bs and all that. Yeah, he's just doing the same recovery, so I'm just killing him every time. haven't watched this in a while, so I don't really remember.
I feel like Tino is just really, really good at picking the right option in the right position. I never feel like I'm losing that badly to him initially. But he never seems to like drop a combo, or he never seems to choose like just an objectively crap option.
Yeah. What we were saying at the start, like he's his strength in the Ditto, I think, is that he's really good at getting those like improvised combos. Like he'll go for a lot of like down air down smash to kill you early and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time his combos aren't like optimal, for example, but they like get the job done, and that's what you need a lot of the time in the Ditto. Unless you're playing like fucking amazing, and then you can kind of get away with doing all of the like, really hard stuff. But a lot of the time, just going for easy stuff that works. Like I was doing versus Modest, right? I'm just doing like forward throw him, laser him. If he side V's, I'm gonna run and shine him, and then combo him. Instead of going for some like really tricky like coverage of stuff. Yeah, you see how I'm like abusing the platformers as well again.
Yeah.
Tina's another one where his ledge game isn't too good, so I think I hit him a lot for it in this set. Yeah, I think my edge guards are a lot worse. Yeah. But you see how his recoveries already have been way better, right? Because he's been shine stalling, recovering around the lasers. See how he timed his jump there? So he timed his jump between my lasers. And then this one he double jumps in. I tried to cover it.
He's sweet spots.
Yeah, I think I was a bit... this is one of the spots where run off shines better than run off double jump down air.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't have time. And also just laser grabbing Falco in the corner is really important as well. It just forces him to do like roll or like read your grab basically, and then you can get other like openings. It's the same. Did we talk about it versus Marth maybe?
Yeah, I think we spoke about Marth, about overshoot laser grabbing him.
Yeah. Yeah, like Falco in this spot, he just has to like roll or spot dodge. And if he's rolling or spot dodging, then you just get like free hits, right? You can just aerial him or just like wait it out in some way and then hit him. Yeah, you see how like he doesn't get the best opening here. Like he gets up to like kind of a bad percent and then he dash attacks at the wrong percent. But then he still follows up well afterwards, right? Because he knows he's got like a bad combo, so then he looks for like, well, what's the other guy going to do to get out of my bad combo, right? So then he does this like half approach laser to get around
The Ditto.
to like chase me down. And then he's ready to like play the pressure scenario afterward. And then he gets like another combo, right? And like sort of the two bad combos make up for the one good combo that he could have done, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is another big part of the Ditto is like maintaining control, which is what Mango's probably the best at. Yeah, so he drops it, but it doesn't matter because then he gets this combo instead. And now it's edge guard. You see, I side B to ledge. Again, it's just like a lot harder for him to cover. That was just me trying to cover if he lasered in place again. I would have F tilted him and then he's probably dead, but he jumps out instead. That was me being greedy. So you see how when I do try to laser at this range, it's going pretty poorly for me?
Yeah.
Like, he's already got control, so that's when I need to be like thinking in defensive mode and like go to the platform or like not trying to get a laser out, but I could like hard read him here. For example, I could run forward and try and shine him out of this. But again, just like knowing when you can try to put a laser out and when you can't is just important. Yeah, I think I went to ledge that time because like I'm at 112, so if he back airs me like trying to go to the platforms, then it's pretty bad for me.
Yeah.
These retreating down airs are just like if he tries to nair at me, which is pretty common at this sort of range. So So you see how we're at the spacing where like he can hit me for a laser out of shield, for example.
Yep.
And especially because I'm at 112 as well, a lot of people get like quite angsty to kill you, right? So they just start throwing out attacks. So that's when I like to do all of this retreating stuff, like retreating down air or wave dash back. Just kind of like using their own aggression against them. Down throw. Yeah, laser grab is just like super good, honestly. Laser grab and laser shine grab. Like you can see he's getting it on me as well. But do you notice like how hard it is for him to kill me as well? Because I'm just like playing the defensive game really well. So like, forcing them to, like, you know, before he got that bad combo and then he had to make like 3 reads in a row to sort of continue his combo. Just like forcing them to, you know, guess right instead of just giving them the combo for free is just really important. Yeah, and then like I get one weird opening. He does SD, but like the point is like it's been kind of hard for him to get the opening. So then I don't know if you get this, but a lot of people like get more and more hasty, and then they start messing more stuff up because they're like so desperate to get the kill.
Yeah, I find I end up going for like things like laser jab F smash, and I'm not even hit when I'm in like any of it or something.
Yeah, you just gotta, you know, just because they're at 150 doesn't mean you can't play the game anymore. It's still like a 2-player game. And
so do you think he played these situations wrong then? Do you think he done anything specifically wrong? I don't think he was like really fishing super hard for.
No, I think, to be honest, I think I was just playing neutral better.
Yeah.
Like, you're still doing some decent stuff like this. Approaching laser was fine, but I just outspaced it. And then he goes for, like, shine now. Like, these ones are all to cover if I try to go for something YOLO. So the other side of the coin is, like, when people are at high percent, sometimes they just look for the first opening they see. Because they, like, know they're going to die soon, so they want to try and, like, make something happen, like, get some percent on. So then a lot of the time when the opponent's a high percent, it can be good to like put yourself in a position where it looks like they can take a risk and hit you, and then just, you know, do stuff like Tino's doing here where he like dashes back, and then he would get like a free back air if I tried to approach him. But I just played it quite patient, and if Faka does start doing stuff like this, then that's just like free lasers for you, right? Like free control.
Yeah.
So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind. It's like weighing up whether you want to use your movement to like space around his like aerials and attacks and stuff, versus like getting lasers out and getting control that way. So yeah, I just play this quite patient. Eventually, again, approaching laser. Yeah, no, I think he played it fine. He just didn't convert very hard off of like the 2 hits he got. But again, I'm picking like defensive options, like I'm doing the side Bs to ledge, I'm like holding shield, stuff like that. That just makes it hard for him. See how I jump between the lasers as well here?
Between the first and second, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I'm up being high, which like forces him to make a read of either jumping out there and hitting me, or he has to read the angle here because his laser won't cover this height. And then yeah, he tries to read ledge, I get a combo. And then like, I tried to run off shine him here, but yeah, so you see like I got this weird hit on an up B and I get 55 off of it into what should have been a kill probably.
Yeah, it could have been quite easily.
Yeah. I think he actually takes like 2 stocks here. Yeah, so I went for the grab before in this spot, and then this time I dashed down to pay out the roll. Didn't punish as hard as I could, but yeah, so like this opening, right? Like he up tilted me at 40 and I died.
That's such a weird combo.
Yeah, because I was just holding away the whole time because I was like, oh, he's just gonna nair me or something, and then he just run counter. Like, because I could have jumped out here, right?
Yeah, but you're just like, I'm not gonna double jump into whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Just run, cancel, down smashes.
Yeah, because like he could have double jumped above me and down Ed here, and then I would have died. So he's just calling out me falling to ledge. So that's another thing is like, again, when you drop the combo, like he didn't get a very good starter here, right? Because he got jump shine, and then he wave landed down, which means he can't follow up on DI away here. But then he knows that I got a bad open up, so I need to transition to either reading him falling or reading him double jumping, and then he like gets the kill for it, right?
Yeah. I never see people go for the reading fall into ledge one very often.
Yeah.
Like, I would generally go for like a double jump dare or something there to try and hit him out.
Yeah, it's just levels, right? He probably knows since he's playing against me, I'm probably not going to panic jump.
Yeah.
So he's just going to read ledge instead. I'm trying to remember what happens here.
Just walks under your laser. Is that it?
Yeah, I shot the laser at bad height, and he nairs over it. So this is like the nair I did, remember, when I rolled back and then I naired?
Yes.
Yeah. So on my end, if I wanted, like, I could kill him for this, right? Because I could just have not lasered and just kept dash dancing, and then I get to back air him or dash dance down air, something like that. But you know, he gets this like weird nair. He gets like double shine clanks with my shine, and then something weird happens. But then like he gets a decent combo off of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, he like drops the combo here, but then he wins the situation afterward. And then yeah, reads my full hop. You know, edge guards well, and then calls out the side beat to ledge this time. So even though he dropped the combo when I managed to like air dodge out, he still like gets a kill off of that one opening at 20 or whatever it was. So yeah, so a lot of the time in the Ditto, like the kills don't come off of like true 0 to death. It's more off of like you get like 30 or 40, you put them in a bad spot, and then you keep them in the bad spot until they die. Similar to like Peach in a way, I guess. But then yeah, there are times when like you just get a really good combo and it kills them. But a lot of the time, I think you can get more mileage out of getting really good at these sorts of situations where you like hit them, push them into the corner, and then like, you know, pressure them from there. So for example, what he did here when I was in the corner, so he does the turnaround, which like if I tried to nair at him, then he gets to up tilt. If I laser, then it's fine because he just gets to sort of reset, and then he dashes away from my approaching aerial and gets this laser grab. And then yeah, like I said before, full up's quite a high, quite a good option here. So then he just hard calls that out. So yeah, just thinking like, what's the best way for the other Falco to get out of this spot? Can like take you a long way. Yeah, and then again, I get the laser at close range, so I'm like, I'm not gonna grab this time. I'm gonna try and like scout out a roll. Yeah, if we're doing a bad side B. That was a bad edge guard by me.
What should you do? Just hold ledge and then punish him going on stage, or does he get out too quick?
I should have done Shine Stall and then back air. Because how I executed the back air, I ended up drifting in with it, you see?
Yeah.
Whereas if I hadn't done Shine Stall, I could have confirmed where he went from the up B.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. Hits me out with double jump. He should have killed me, but...
Can't believe you made that back. It was so low.
Yeah, it was because he did dash attack by the ledge, it pushed him off the stage, I think. Oh wait, no, I think he tried to run forward actually, afterward. But then that pushed him off. And then he wasn't in a position to like double jump down Emmy here. So then he just like didn't get it. Again, you see how I'm like rolling away out of the situation as well again. Again, it's just really hard for him to cover. Yeah, platforms again. So then, yeah, when I'm at this spacing, when I'm the one with control, I'm willing to like press forward really hard because I know I've got a big advantage. But then, like I said before, like when I'm on Tino's side here, I'm running away. I'm trying to get to platforms. I'm trying to create space to not play that game. Yeah, so this is one of the times where I played it quite aggressive, right? Where I instead do dash jump shine.
Is that under the laser?
No, so it hits him before the laser comes out. So yeah, this is one of the ways you can play this situation, like I was saying before as well. Is if you have a read on like how he's going to approach. Because like, if you think about it from Tino's perspective, he doesn't really want to do a high approaching aerial here, right? Because he's kind of far away. So he might get up tilted or he might get dash dance back air or something like that. So he's probably going to do like a late approaching laser. But then that loses to me like putting out this shine in his, like in where he's going to do the laser to.
Yeah.
And it's also really good at the lower percents again, because if you get hit by a high nair or high downer, then you just shine them anyway. Yeah, I didn't get too much off of it. Again, hitting the tech chase here, like it's a read, but if you get a read on like how they like to tech in this position, that's when you can get a lot of mileage and get like a proper follow up, like Tino did earlier.
So this is where you would be getting your like late dares on that, like if you rotate there or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of again like I get like a weird opening here that I can't convert off of. Like I could have maybe backhead, but then it's the situation after that's the most important, because that's where I can get the real juicy opening, or he gets to reversal me, or we reset to neutral, right? So yeah, just paying more attention to how you can convert as much as possible off of those spots. Jokes.
Was that F smash meant to be a roll?
It might have been like drop through back air or something.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how he's been like way harder for me to edge guard.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah, and this is another one where like I think Modest would have side B'd here and I would have nared him. But Tino does the up B, and then I could have maybe got to ledge to cover it, but it's just like much harder, right? Yeah, again, double jump on like full hop on his side, super hard to deal with. And then yeah, I'm just trying to set up lasers at this sort of spacing because it's just hard. I also know that he isn't very willing to like play this long laser war. He's more willing to like move around them and try to like hit me out of them. So I'm just playing for that by playing at this spacing, and then as soon as I feel like he's in a position he can hit me, I'm then transitioning to like trying to back air and like wall him out.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just that thing of like I know he's like how he likes to play these situations. Yeah, whereas versus some people, this is the sort of thing I do when I prepare for certain opponents as well. Like, there's some people in that sort of spot that will run away and try to laser you, right?
Yes.
And want to play that sort of long game and try and get some like really weird hit to end it. Whereas there's some people that just don't want to play that and just try to move around and hit you instead. Yeah, I don't think we saw many of the dash and stuff. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, do you prefer playing the laser war then? Would you say, or do you kind of do whatever they're not doing?
Yeah, it's kind of like I think I'm good at playing both styles. But I think like if I play against Lavingi, I generally tend to lose the like laser war stuff. And if I play versus a super aggressive Falco, then I tend to lose like the playing quite scrappy and stuff. At the moment, my game plan versus like pretty much every UK Falco is just to try and avoid any scraps if it's all possible, and just play the laser game, like laser war stuff, because I just know I'm better at it than anyone I play against. But it can backfire sometimes because like you can also get a lot of openings from the scraps, right? Especially if you're better than the other person. But yeah, I don't know. It is a weird matchup, and like it can be played in lots of different ways. I feel like as well, which makes it feel a bit more inconsistent than it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um,
What were you saying before that? There wasn't many situations with the dash dance stuff.
yeah, I was gonna try and point out one where I hit him for up tilting. Because we were talking about that, right? And I just want to make it like super clear what sort of situation you want to look for. And try and find one quickly. Yeah, that's a good one, right? He messed up, but you see the gist of it, where like I know I don't have a true combo here, so I'm just gonna do laser dash dance down air, probably kill him. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, okay, I think I know what's happening. So like, if I was playing against Modest, I would have just shot the laser here, right, and killed him.
Mm-hmm.
But because I know Tino knows to do the side B to ledge, I'm doing a lot more of not lasering and then jumping off and trying to hit him doing side B. Like that bear would have covered a side B, right?
What do you lose if you just go to ledge there?
He can double jump back and high up B. Or like if he does this, B is like tricky to deal with. I can do like the mango lasers where you like turn around laser, but then he could just side B through me as well. So yeah, it's just like, but then if I know his two sets of options are either he does double jump side B to ledge or he does double jump up B, then yeah, my edge guard flowchart probably should be grab ledge. He side B's and dies, or he up B's high, and then I mango laser and kill him. So yeah, just like thinking about all the ways they like to recover is really important, and thinking about what sets of edge guards you can do to like cover those most effectively. But like I say, those 90% of Falcos you can just kind of laser at where they like to jump to, and it's just going to hit them, and then it's just a matter of like down smashing their side B or covering like up B angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it really. I don't think there was any other. Well, I think we covered most of the situations we were on about, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so this is the sort of thing where like I go for some really complicated combo, right? And I get 59 off of it or whatever. But then at the start of the game, he like
He zeroed to death you.
he zeroed to death me, but it wasn't like some optimal combo. It was literally just like down smashing my jump, right? So it is hard to say like which one's better to go for, and I think there is a bit of like both. It's quite contextual. But I'd keep it in mind that that's like a very legitimate way to play the matchup as well, because it can feel kind of frustrating that you're trying to do all of this like hard practice stuff and they're just like reading a double jump and killing you, or like going for some kind of cheese like back throw forward smash or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Yeah, I think that's it really. Like, I guess the best people to watch for it is probably Mango. Ginger's gotten better at the Ditto in recent times. Like, if you watch any of the net play ones versus Bobby, he does pretty well. And then obviously you can watch me versus the UK Falcos as well, because that might be like more of the situations that are coming up for you.
Yeah, I think they are. I think a lot of the situations we were talking about did come up in the games we were looking at.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think that's it then, unless you got anything else you wanted to say.
No, I don't think so. I got distracted by your John generator tab.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to hide my my bookmarks.
Yeah. But no, I don't think there's anything else for that matchup then. I think I've got an idea, especially the edge guard stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and think more about the two ranges because I definitely don't think I consciously think about which range I'm in,
Yeah.
or if I even really subconsciously understand if I have advantage or I can do something in them two ranges.
Yeah, I would say I think in the other Farcadello lesson I did talk about it a little bit, but if you do find some recordings, if you do want to just send me some of those situations and like say what you're thinking should be happening here, and then I can like weigh in and see if that like sounds reasonable or not. I think that would be good.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, there's plenty of Falcos on Slippy now, so it should be pretty easy to get practice.
Yeah, it's not hard to find one.
But yeah, I think the edge guarding stuff especially it'll open your eyes to like how badly people actually do recover in the Ditto.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep. All right. Cool. I'll see you in a bit then, dude.
Yep, speak to you in a bit, man.
See ya.